All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday morning, the 22nd, I believe. Unreal. September is flying by. We are approaching Q4. We're back here in what I like to call Studio B and making it happen. Had to save a little extra time this morning to get all my shit set back up. Microphones and laptop stands and all the wires came home in a bundle. We had a great time up to camp, as we call it. So had some great guys there and just made some great memories and a lot of realizations and people committing to doing better at life. And I was going to talk about kindness today, but then Steve jumped on. So now, no, I'm just kidding. Now I got to switch it up to something cooler. But nah, Steve, welcome. Good to see you. We missed you this weekend, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. Yeah, it would have been nice to be up there. I guess I didn't get the invite. I must have missed that one. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's cool. I get it.
We got some of that. Some guys like, hey, what the fuck? I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, and You know, it's you definitely we wanted you there. We didn't get you, but we knew you were flying and doing your thing. So, but we're gonna get you up to camp sometime soon. Yeah, Dave Brackett just jumped on, said hello. Camp looked great. Yeah, we had a blast, Dave. We have just we did a whole lot of nothing really, and just kind of sitting around and talking and I mean the weather was absolutely fantastic. So would have been good to have you in the mix. Touring Man is here. Good to see you, buddy. Um,
Where does Touring Man live? I'm just curious. I always see him riding his bikes. I'm
Touring Man.
curious where does he live? I'm
Touring
guessing
Man.
it's like it's somewhere I'm thinking maybe Turkey.
He's a
I'm
tur
trying to is that where he is?
Yeah, we had some discussion about Touring Man this weekend. Everybody's like, "Who
Really?
is Touring Man?" I didn't even know who he
He's
is.
the guy,
So
he's the
yeah,
man that tours, man. I mean,
he
that's
is.
that's it, right? He's living the
He's a bit
life.
of an enigma, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's sent me some messages and he allows me to be able to say we are worldwide here.
World, that's true. Spanning the continents, and in Turkey, in Istanbul, that's where the what is it? Asia meets Europe
Hmm.
on the uh,
Okay,
I forget what river it is. There's a river that actually splits. Touring Man would know. It splits
no
Asia and
kidding.
Europe.
Yeah,
That's where it actually connects.
yeah.
Bosphorus. I
I'm
think it's the Bosphorus. I believe
All right. Well, he's here listening. Maybe he can type in the chat a little bit
he's
more
not riding.
information. Yeah, he's hopefully he's not riding, unless he's got some touch button on his helmet. But he's usually weaving in and out of traffic. Colin Moores has joined us. Dave Howard is here. Danielle Noel is here, and Danielle's coming to Mach 5. She's
Yeah.
gonna have a great time. Yep, she's um, looking forward to it. So yeah, yeah, Steve. What I was going to chat about today, and I think we can kind of tee it up a little bit is, and I'd kind of like to get your take on it anyway. Tension's been high lately, right? A lot of stuff going on, and I don't get political on here, other than to say let's just all be better to one another, right? Like the world doesn't need more outrage and all that; it just needs more compassion. Kind of people locking arms and going, "Hey, man, what's going on? How can I help you?" Right? And I see you do a lot of that, and I think it's contagious. Kindness is contagious. Like outrage just adds fuel, right? It feels like it's always just going in the other direction. And I think when you're just kind to somebody and just throw an arm around someone and say, "Man, what's going on?" Um, it doesn't mean you're being weak, right? It just means you're being intentional and being empathetic, that kind of thing. I know you do a lot of that because one of the things that I've heard you say when either during your sales pitch or when you're coaching or talking to somebody at the 2 day is that we're never going to let we don't ever want money to be an issue, right? And that's where probably I've seen you be the kindest when somebody like really wants to get involved. You really don't let it be a barrier.
Well, I think that, just going back to what you were talking about opposing sides, right? I think it's healthy, right, to
Yeah,
have discussions and everybody. I think it's good. I think there's a balance of power, right? When
right.
it's in equilibrium, we'll say, like a seesaw, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you're getting that each side. Um, when you think about people that have opposing views, right? And even financially opposing views, people that take on debt, people that want to bootstrap and do it themselves, people of religion, politics, any of those things. What I always think interesting is, Bob, is that everybody thinks they're right. like
Right.
like you may go like, how the fuck can they think that what they are thinking is logical? But in their mind, everything they are thinking and everything they are saying, they are 1000% committed that that is the right
Right.
course of action or the right way of thinking. So
Yeah.
it's, listen, I don't think it's our place, my place, your place, anyone's place to tell someone they're wrong. I
Right.
think that, I think communication is what's lacking nowadays, right? Open
Yeah.
communication of dialogue, right? Communication is you talk, I listen, and then I
Yeah.
talk and you listen, right? And now it's
Right.
it's kind of like who yells the loudest, right? Who can
Right.
say the most shocking things.
Yeah.
And so I think there just needs to be more. It sounds weird, but like more kindness, like more dialogue, more people helping people. Like
Right.
I don't understand why everybody wants to make some of these things so subjective and so definitive that it is
Mm.
only one way. And this is the same in business, right? I mean, I talk to many business people that, as you do as well, that they think that that is the only way to do things. And I'm like, is it? Like, is
Right.
it possible? Is it possible there's another way to do it? Right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
I think it is.
yeah, I think there's a we were sitting on what we call the perch down by the water. We got kind of a deck set up, overlooks the lake, and we spent a lot of time down there this weekend. And I don't know, I think it was Bubba that brought up the ripple effect, right? The ripple effect of those small acts. One look, and here we are sitting by the lake, and it's symbolic. We throw a rock in the lake and just watch it ripple out. You can't even imagine. Where that might go. Just one act of kindness, holding the door for somebody, or not, maybe just letting somebody ahead in line, or something small like that, like in your own little family or community or network. Just work on building trust and unity. And especially in divided times, everybody's walking around like, with their shoulders up around their ears, or their dukes up. Just stacking some small acts of kindness in our own little sphere of influence, if you will, to me seems like the best place to start. Unless you're going to say, "Hey, I'm going to run for office," you actually have I heard this statistic. You have a better chance of becoming the president of the United States than winning that $1.8 billion Powerball the other night, right?
Really?
But everybody bought the Powerball. So I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
That's
It's
interesting.
just like, help thy neighbor. Don't be a jerk. Help one another out, and just maybe just pause before reacting emotionally. Right, as Dave Brackett says in the chat, your mom always said, "Kill them with kindness." Hard. It's hard at times when somebody needs to kind of hear it a little bit, right? But ask. Wendy always says too: Is it kind? Is it helpful? Is it necessary? Ask yourself that.
Yeah, and I think also, look, I think that's great, and that's in a picture perfect world. And I think anyone who like we all do, there's a time for kindness and there's a time for firmness,
Yeah.
right? And
Yep.
sometimes there's a
Right.
time for accountability,
Yep.
right? I mean, we don't listen, we don't ride, unicorns over a rainbow, to
Yeah.
work every day. I mean, there is
Right.
reality.
Yeah.
There are people out there that do not want to see you succeed, right?
Yeah.
And in a
Right.
perfect world, those people would not exist, but they do. Right?
Mhm.
I mean, how many people would love to see you fail? They'd love to see Bob Turner not make it just to say, I told you,
Yeah.
right? It's not right. It's not
Yeah.
kind,
Right.
but they're out there.
Yeah.
There's a certain uh there's a certain entrepreneurial group that I coach. And I the only way I could describe it to people is it reminds me when I'm at these conferences speaking at this one particular, and I won't say what it is, but it reminds me of being in a pit of scorpions and they're all just stinging each other, but
Right.
then they hug each other and then they bro each other and then they sting each other. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just such a toxic, volatile
Yeah.
environment. And I'm like, you guys are fucked up, man. Like, you guys, like, they literally will stab each other in the back and then they'll be doing a job with each other. And I just, it's
Yeah.
maybe that's the dysfunction of that industry. I don't know, but you know, again, being kind to those people, to that group, is weakness, right?
True.
They look at you as being weak.
Yeah.
And then they will take advantage of that. I remember,
Yeah.
I've traveled abroad, I've lived abroad, and I remember I had a buddy of mine. He lived in the Philippines, and I went out there and we went dirt bike riding on Mount Pinatubo, and he was telling me that the philosophy there is, if you have a car, and this is back in the days, remember when you'd have a radio and you could take the face of the radio off? You remember
Yes.
those? Am I
Nobody
dating
can
myself,
steal the
right?
rest
You
of it.
remember those? A Kenwood pull the
Yeah.
radio out, and that's your thing. Anyways, he was saying that if you left your radio in your car and somebody broke in and stole that radio, it's your fault for allowing them to see the radio that they could steal. It's not their fault for stealing it. It's your fault for allowing them, because you should have
Right.
covered it up. That's just their way of thinking. It's not, we
Right.
could say that's wrong. They go, that's how it is, survival of the fittest. So
Yeah.
what we think is kind, it has a different perception, I think, at different societies, different, yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, different ways of growing up, different philosophies.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think I heard Toby Keith say one time when he's getting interviewed, talk about playing his guitar and the guys fighting in the audience or something, country old cowboys and stuff. And he go, yeah, some people just gotta have it, because he jumped down off the stage and kicked some ass, so,
Hmm.
because he's like, hey, we're playing for the door, man. So if you're gonna frig that up, we're gonna go to knuckles. But yeah, I would agree. Um, Probably a balance of being kind, but also being firm. I've seen you do that, where you're like, hey, this business is business, right? You're still a
Yeah.
great dude, I'm a great dude, whatever, but business is business, and we're having a business discussion right now, and this is what deals have to work for both people. The best contracts are the ones you don't have to refer back to, right? But when you do, you just deal from a place of kindness, and just I always told people that, hey, whenever you're done dealing with me, I just want you to be able to say that I was fair, you know. And that was kind of my way. Probably I was too nice in business as a contractor, and that probably got me in trouble sometimes with people saying, "Oh, I won't show up on Friday for Bob. I know he's going to be fine for Monday. Bob's a good shit. It won't bother him, right?" But I would have my fill of that, and I would get to the end where we're not going to be kind anymore. Now we're going to be firm, but we're going to be nice about it. So yeah,
It's what it
good.
reminds me of too, Bob, is when I used to own rental property, or I still own rental properties, but when I used to like kind of manage them myself,
Yeah,
or when I owned the management company, I saw other people doing it. That it's almost like it's opposing forces, right? You've got the landlord that wants the rent money, and you've got the tenant that, not saying they don't want to pay it, but maybe they have $1,500 in bills and they only have $1,000 paycheck. So
yeah,
they see, okay, who can I push off? Now they know if they go to the
yeah,
gas station, right? And this is what I would tell new landlords. If a tenant goes to the gas station, they can't say, hey, I'll pay you next week, but to
right.
put gas in my car today. They're going to go, no, you pay, and that pumps is exactly as much as you pay out of the machine. You can't
Yeah,
even do it with the electric company, can't do it with the gas
no,
company. If you don't pay those bills, they shut it off.
right,
Then they go to you, the landlord, and they go, hey, man, I'm really having a hard time. And you're like, oh, man, okay. And again,
right.
there's the weakness, right?
Yeah,
You could say
yeah,
weakness, you could say, and I'm not saying that everyone takes advantage of that, but here's the thing. They say, okay, let's say Monday, let's say rent's due on Monday. And they say, I'll have the money on Friday when I get paid on Friday. Okay, Friday for sure. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Friday rolls around. They used to call it Mother's Day because that's when the guys got paid and they had to pay the baby mama. So that was Mother's Day. And so just to give you some indication of where my rental properties were. So it was Mother's Day and mothers got paid on that day. And,
yep,
I go down to the property and they're nowhere to be found. So now I took an extra trip down there. They're not there. I go back
yeah,
on Monday. They're like, oh, I don't have it all. I've got, let's just say it's $1,000. I got 650.
yeah,
Now you're getting upset because now you feel like you're getting taken advantage of.
right,
But I used to tell people, you allow that to happen, just like maybe you did,
yep,
because you weren't the gas station. The gas station says, hey, if you don't pay your gas, And they go, well, I need that to get to work. Well, you also need a roof over your head. So which one's more important? Walking to work and paying for rent,
Yeah.
or sleeping in a fucking cardboard box down at the park? I don't give a shit which one you do, but if you're going to stay in my place, you're going to fucking pay me rent, because that's the way this game is played. Now, I don't say it that way, but that's how upset I would get as we would go down the path, because I thought that I was being kind, and then I felt that they were taking advantage of me.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. They just were going, hey, man, I'm just trying to survive. You allowed me to push you off.
Right.
So shame on you for being too nice, is the way they would kind of view it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
Right. Yeah. Oh, landlord's a prick, right? The guys that say, yeah, I did that. I did a little bit of that, chasing people around. It's not a fun game. So I can hire that property management company in a hurry. See you later. Bye-bye. I don't want those phone calls. I don't want my toilets plugged up phone call either, right?
Tenants, toilets, and turmoil. That's what we called it.
Yeah, Dan Bennett is here. Dan was up to camp this past weekend. Good to see you, Dan. So Dave Howard says, never make kindness a weakness. Yeah, for sure. There's a balance. Yeah. Good stuff, guys.
Dude, can you believe we're going to be seeing everyone next week? Wow.
You know, I was we got home and I went over to see Jimmy next door, because I hadn't seen him in like 9 or 10 days, and he's had some more challenges, and just go over and see him, and he always asks me what my next trip is. I said, I got to go to Houston in a few weeks, and I'm like, I looked at Wendy, I go, wait a minute, we leave a week from Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, it's on us. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Great idea. Hey man, I got an idea. We should do a conference.
Let's do a conference.
Now I got fucking swag. I got all this shit showing up. I got banners. I've got a whole sound studio from Brady. I got film equipment. I'm like,
hey, Steve, I know you can go kicking and screaming to the next level, but we're going.
We are going. Yes, sir. There is no doubt in my mind this thing is launching.
I would be lying if these words haven't come out of my mouth. I wish I'd never fucking said anything.
Why the fuck did I tell this guy? You were like, hey, I'll just mention it to him and see where it goes. And I'm like, done. Hold my beer. Yeah, watch this.
Yeah. Noted. But yeah, I mean, we beat ourselves up because we want it to be perfect. We want it to be right. We want it to be high level. And it's gonna be. It's gonna be, but damn, it's a lot of work, and we've got a team of people doing it. So,
dude,
yeah, it's gonna be nice to take it's gonna be good to get there, but good to take that collective deep breath afterwards. So, yeah. Hey, Tyler Kirk is here. Good to see you, man. We'll get you together with Steve here at some point. Richard Nordheim is here, getting ready to board. Thanks for an epic weekend. Yeah, but I mean, Steve, we've got a week out. For us, it's a week out because we're really full gas early next week on this thing, and it's going to be exciting.
It is, and I'll tell you. I mean, we say a week out, but the reality is I'm already in full steam. I've been having conversations with the speakers coming out. They're going to be giving away some nuggets. We've got the Live Like Jet casino night, a charity auction. People are going to be donating some stuff. Lila Brada. I mean, there's just
your audio got crappy there, Steve. Did you change something?
Yeah, let me.
Is
that any better?
Yeah, it's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of stuff. It's kind of like it's all starting to bubble to the top, right? Everything's bubbling up. And, we got some great sponsors. I mean, Eric Fortenberry's coming from Drop Tread. I mean, it's just, man, I tell you, it is going to be freaking cool, man. Just as you know, me spending last weekend getting trained by Eli Wild and seeing this guy's like a freaking robot, man. I mean, this guy is like, now I see why
he's close to $100 million. That's what I said when I got off the phone with you the other day. I said to Wendy, Jesus Christ, I had
Dude.
to walk out on the porch and shake off.
Man, I tell you what, brother. I tell you what, the level of people, Jason Cisneros, which
Yeah,
we haven't even really talked about Jason much, and Jason is a hitter, man. I mean, this guy has done over 100 business exits. He's exited 26 of his own personal businesses. Um, he does some other things, personal stuff that he's gonna. I won't go into that. He's going to talk about.
sure.
Um, I just got a buddy of mine, actually, Chris Ty, right? You know,
Yeah,
Chris, um, a guy that I had come speak at my mansion event. His name is Phil Kornacek, Green Beret. I don't know, 13 tours, I think, over there in the sandbox. And I just had him on my podcast, and he's like, "Hey, man, what are you up to?" And I said, "Oh, dude, you haven't heard?" He's like, "I have no
is he
idea
our
what the fuck you're
15th
talking about."
speaker?
No, he's not speaking. He's coming to attend. He's like,
Nice.
dude, I told him everything. He's like, oh my God. He's like, can I come? And I'm like, I would love for you to come. He's like, serious?
Yeah,
He's like, he's like, some of these people I'd love to meet. Lee
yeah,
Labrada, obviously one of them. I think Lee is high on everyone's list just because
yeah,
most of us at our age remember him as a kid, you know?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but just the other people. So this guy is a world-class spec op trainer. He does
yeah.
he takes very similar to what you did this weekend, where you took a bunch of guys up to the cabin,
Yep.
except you guys hang out and drink on the porch. He drops them into the middle of the forest and makes them figure out how to get out after 10 days, and he just watches them to
Yep.
make sure. These are CEOs, Fortune 100 CEOs. They've got to work together to get out.
Nice. That's
So
cool.
similar to what you did, but maybe a little different. But
Yeah.
maybe just Richard getting from the perch to the cabin. That was probably something similar.
We do have a couple of funny stories, but
I have no doubt.
oh man. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, and it's like when people hear something like that's going on, they want to be around it, right? And I wish we had gotten out 3 months to 6 months earlier on this thing, and had more time to promote. And because you can say something, you think you say something on Facebook and the whole world hears it, right? Or do an ad and everybody already knows about it. Not the case. Oh, I didn't. You wait until the week after. Oh, geez, I would have come down. I didn't know you guys were doing anything. Right?
Dude, you know what's so funny? So I was talking to this guy, Phil. Now, this guy, Phil, he coaches, he's in this world. And he was asking me who's going to be there. And I said, yeah, Eli Wild's going to be there. I said, he's the one who wrote the pitch for Alex Hormozi's gym launch.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the guy who did it. He wrote it. And he goes, who's Alex Hormozi? I'm like,
that's happened to me a couple of times in the last week. I'm like, actually,
I'm
we're
like,
doing this.
he wears a
for
fucking
Mosey.
stupid nose band. He just did $100 million in
looks
one
like
day.
A caveman.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, Alex Hormozi. He's like, no, don't know who he is. So my point is, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, man, if I would have known, I would have went. So
Yeah.
I guess that's how it is, right?
We're just going to keep pounding the stone, and in the end, who shows up is who shows up. We got a great group.
Dude,
it's going to be
a good time, man. It's going to be. I'm so looking forward to. It's not done, obviously, but the heavy lift of everything we've had to do. I'll be looking forward to that being done because doing the event. I love doing the event because
right.
I get energy being around people as you do. All Bubba, Daniela's coming up, Brenda's coming up. I mean, dude, everybody is coming. Pete's going to be there. I mean, this is going to be a
marketing
great event.
Yeah.
The whole marketing, Nick. Yeah. I mean, everyone, and they've got some special, giveaways they're going to give to people. Nick, you've talked to him, I think, and I think you guys, he's got some cool shit he's going to do as far as funnels and some CRM drip campaigns he's going to give away. I don't want to spoil it, but the people there are going to get something special, man. It's really going to be cool.
Yeah, it's and we talked a lot about that because a lot of the guys that were there this weekend we met through events and just talked about the impact of having the I don't know if I say courage, but having the guts to just say, hey, I'm swipe the card. I'm going. I'm gonna go to this because I just feel like it's where I need to be. It's the right room to be in. and see what I can get from it. So it was really cool to chat about that.
Yeah, Bob, one thing I'll say is, and again, this is my opinion, and of course, obviously, I'm biased. But I tell people, if you don't take the time to invest in yourself, now you may say, "Well, I don't have the money, Steve." Well, that's bullshit. You just have not focused on being resourceful enough to find the resources to make it down there, because Bubba's even had, I think he gave them all away. I don't know. But Bubba was giving away free tickets. So that's bullshit, right? I hate to say this. And the thing is if you choose, because it's a choice, if you're one of those people that you say someday, right? We all know those people. Those people are full of shit, because those are the people that never get ahead.
Yeah.
Those are the people that never succeed, because they always have a reason. And those some days just keep adding some days on top of their goal, which ends up becoming never. And if you don't do that, if you don't take a stand and you don't start becoming resourceful and you don't make the decision, then be prepared to just live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of your life. Because this is, and again, whether it's this event or not, I don't care. My point is if you don't make a decision to be better, you're making the decision to stay the same, and you don't, it's like paddling in the ocean. You don't just stay the same. The current is going to take you backwards.
Right.
And I think that's the challenge people have. People think they have time. It's like, oh, I'll do it later. Later never comes. Like, you realize that. That's the thing, is like, at some point, you've got to put you and your family and your time freedom and say, enough is enough, right? It's time for me to actually finally have the life I have. Because if you don't have it, what's going to say that you're going to eventually get it by doing what you've been doing, right? You're just losing business to your competitors. If your competitors are there and you're not, I would be afraid.
Yeah, because we're going to be working with him. As Tony Ruffin
Absolutely.
says, man, I don't want none of that. Tony Ruffin's going to be there.
I'll tell you what, brother, that's reality, man. If you choose not to decide, you have decided.
Yeah. What is it? Indecision is a decision, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's funny because we were talking about friend groups and who you hang out with and that kind of stuff this weekend, and I'm like, I mean, I hang out with all you guys. Like, it's not like it's different because we more often hop on a plane and go hang out. I've seen you do it. You go to LA, you go to Honolulu, you're just zipping over here, going to Denver, whatever, to hang out with the people that influence you and that you feel are like high level relationships. And that's where you spend your time. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that's changed in me after going to events is I'm very careful now. I guard my time, and I'm not giving my time away to not shitting on anybody, but low character individuals, to people that don't want to grow, and people that that I can't help or can't help me.
And the reality is, if they don't value their time, if they don't put a price on their time, I guarantee you they're not going to value yours. Right?
100%.
We want to be around other successful people, right? Success breeds success. When you're in a room with a bunch of winners, like you were this weekend, there's only one outcome. You're going to become a winner also by default by being around them. When you're in a room with a bunch of losers, you're going to become one of them, right? You look at the 5 people you're around, the 5 people giving you advice, the 5 people that surround you, you probably are pretty close to the same bank accounts, probably the same ambition, probably the same success levels, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not putting anyone down, but if you want something different, you've got to change to change. And that's reality. And I guarantee you, the people that walk out of this event, dude, this is going to be swinging for the fences, man. This event, mark my words, man, people will be talking about this event for a very long time, because this is going to be that marker, right? We all have markers in our lives. We all have things that we remember. Most people can't even remember 90 days ago what they fucking had for breakfast. But I guarantee you, 5 years from now, people will still be talking about this event going, wow, Those
Yeah,
guys fucking stepped up and they hit it out of the park
no
on the
doubt.
first round. That's
No
what I
doubt.
want people to say.
Yeah. And just getting back to Bubba and his free tickets, and I said the same thing. If someone has a financial constraint, get a hold of me. All right, you get a hold of me. I'm gonna talk to Steve. We're gonna figure out what we can do to get you there, because we don't want money to be an issue. We don't want you to miss this. And if you say, well, geez, there's no way I can take a few days away from my business. That's exactly why you need to be there.
Yeah, yeah. And listen, don't say you can't. Just say it's not a priority. I'd rather you say that because
Yeah.
everybody can. You can just be resourceful. You can fucking take the art. You can take the Greyhound here for $50. I mean, there's many things that you can do to do this,
Yeah.
right? To make
Yeah.
this happen. Just say, you know what? It's just not important to me to grow my business. I want to
Yeah.
be in the same position or worse, and I'm okay with that. Okay, cool. Listen, I've got nothing against people that want to shrink their business because there are other people that will that will gladly take your clients from you, right? Because
Mhm.
if you're not servicing them, there's a change coming in the industry. There's consolidation. I've got some data that I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to share it here. I've got some data that is a little scary. It's not pleasant of what's coming to this industry.
Yeah.
And if you think that what you've been doing is going to get you to where you want to go, right? And listen, I'm not saying this event's the holy grail, but I'm saying that if you don't take the time to understand what is changing, you very well will be left out because there is some technological changes, there is some laws that are changing, there's some financial and some tax regulations. Dude, the stuff that I have learned, infrastructure that is being injected into the industry, there is never going to be a better time to build a multi-million dollar business than in the next 12 months if you catch the wave at the right time. And I say this, when you
Yeah.
are surfing a wave, you don't start paddling once the wave is on you. You start paddling when you see the wave coming so that you get up on top of it.
Yeah.
We are about 100, dude, think about this. We are about 100 days away from the new construction season, from the new year starting. So the question is do you start paddling now before 2026 hits? Or you like those other people that say someday and you wait until 2026 and you've already missed the set, you missed the
Yeah.
wave, and now you got to wait until next year because you're back behind the power curve and you're never going to catch up. You're never going to catch a wave once it passed. You're not going to catch 2026 once it starts in January. It just doesn't work. And people, how many times have people been in business every year? They do the same freaking thing. How many people wrote goals January 1 that they haven't looked at since January 1? And they're wondering why, whether it's, health, whether it's wealth, whether it's relationships, whatever it is, and they wonder why they're not achieving it. There is a pattern for people who fail. There's a recipe that people use to fail, and there's a recipe for people to succeed. The question is, you, me, Bubba, Richard, all these guys, we all choose a different recipe. It's not that we're the smartest guys on earth. We hang around each other. We embrace our successes. We learn our lessons from our failures. We have a community. We have support, and we all just want to be better. And I think
Yeah.
that's something that is lacking in this industry is the
100%.
support and the community.
I look at you look at Mach 5, and we'll get wrapped up here. I know you got to go. I look at it as like if I was going to pop the top 10 or 12 little, the cards you used to have in the Rolodex, if I was to sneak into your Rolodex and grab 10 or 12 top cards, that's a lot of these guys that are coming to this event. You know what I mean?
Dude,
That like who does Steve know that I should know, right? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So
yeah,
um,
it's gonna be. Listen, there'll be people there that haven't. Listen. The people that want to make a change in their life will show up. And the ones who don't, it's not my job to convince people watching this what to do. They know what they need to do.
Yeah.
They just want someone to tell them it's okay. And I'm not that guy. I'm not the one who
Yeah.
says it's okay, because it's not okay.
Yeah.
You ever people, the thing is the reason these people, Bob, in my Rolodex, the people that will take my call when I call them, whether it's Brad Lee or, Lee Labrada or any of these guys, Iron Cowboy, any of these guys that I know, it's because I follow that recipe. I do what I say I'm going to do. I invest in myself. I try to be a better person every day, and I follow the recipe to be successful. I'm not a bullshit. I don't come up with excuses. You don't come up with excuses, right? You
No.
show up, you do the work. That's what we want. Listen, I'd rather have 10 people in there that are fucking go-getters than 100 people sitting around with excuses. I don't want to be around those people. I really don't.
It's draining.
It's draining. Yeah, it's draining. I'm sure you wouldn't want all those people up at your cabin all weekend telling you all the problems, all the drama. Do you know how many people, and you know this, how many people have these bullshit excuses when you talk to them about, oh, it's the economy. Oh, Steve, it's my environment. Oh, I'm different.
Doesn't work in my area.
It doesn't. Oh, Bob, you don't get it, man. It doesn't work here. It's like,
here.
oh, so you're the special, I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't get
I
me
love
started.
it when somebody, I love it when somebody says to you, oh, there's just, you can't hire any decent people around here. And I go, I just start tiptoeing off.
Yeah. Or like, well,
what you're telling me is,
Steve, the way we do sales is different. Scripts don't work. How? Really? Totally. Okay. Like Michael Jordan doesn't use a script when he's playing basketball. I mean,
no.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm going to stop.
So I was watching that memorial service yesterday, and every person up there had a script. I noticed, and every person up there was reading from a teleprompter. So because it's intentional, right? And they've thought about it, and they're prepared, and they've practiced, and so. And that's one of the things I've noticed about you. You're going through your stuff every day, and you're going to be ready. And I appreciate that and respect that. It's, you're somebody that shows up on a high level. You showed up ready to rock and do your best. So that breeds more of that. So
yeah,
guys, appreciate it. Steve, thank you. I know you got to get about your day. I do as well. I'm going to hit a workout with Wendy, and then crush the rest of the day. We've got Joni Wolfswinkle coming on the DSA today.
Yeah, Joni's been on vacation. Joni, she's that powerhouse, man.
Yeah. Bringing up adding some of the female influence to this testosterone.
Joni's awesome, man.
Over here.
For those of you that don't know Joni, you are in for an amazing Mindset Monday, because she owns like 5 businesses. She is a freaking beast, man, and she loves sales, boy. Let me tell you.
Guys, if you haven't checked out the DSA, Daily Sales Accelerator, check it out. Okay, check it out. It's a great way to get involved with our community, test out the waters, work on your sales game, and get your team involved in the same. So anyway, we could go on all day. You get the two of us together, and it just keeps on going and going. Steve, I look forward to seeing you 1 week from today. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to dive in. In the meantime, guys, if you want to know anything more about Mach 5, get a hold of one of us, DM us. Don't let money be an issue. We want to get you in the building. All right, Steve, thank you. I appreciate it. Guys, have a fantastic day, and we're out of here.
Hey, guys.
Take care, bud. We'll see you.
Bye.